Hello, good evening to everyone. It's me, Thales. You're in my channel about English language. I cover topics ranging from basic to advanced, and I talk about English grammar and English vocabulary. Basic videos are the main topics of two of my playlists. Basic vocab and basic grammar. They have explanations in Portuguese and they are aimed at beginners. The other two playlists, Intermediate Advanced Grammar and Advanced Idioms Vocab, are aimed at Intermediate Advanced students and they are English only, right? We have more than 500 videos available and I upload videos almost every day. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get the latest updates, and share the content with your friends. This is an entirely free project. And we have contents here that they are equal to English grammar course. A complete English grammar course is available for you to watch, and vocabulary videos are also recorded very frequently. So check it out and have fun studying English with me. Let's get into it. Today we will talk about an idiom, to come down with something, right? What does it mean to come down with something? It's when you start to suffer from an illness, when you have something, when you have the flu, when you have a fever, when you're not feeling so well. So I have some examples from the phrasal verb coming down with, and then I used some examples. I brought some examples with the idiom or phrasal verb come down, right? It's different, okay? When you say come down with, it has this meaning, okay? I think I'm coming down with the flu, okay? When you say, I think I'm coming down with the flu, it means that you believe you are having the flu. You are starting to have the symptoms from the flu and you have to take care of yourself. Maybe you have a runny nose, maybe you have the fever, okay? So you have to take care of yourself. Another expression, Susan came down with a bad cold. Okay, so, you know, cold is different from flu, right? I'm not translating it to Portuguese, but you know it's different. When you have a bad cold, maybe I believe that when you have a cold, you also have fever, you have, you start sneezing, you may have or not a runny nose, so something may happen to you. And it happens especially when you expose yourself to cold weather, right? To severe cold weather, when you go out without wearing a sweater, when you don't dress up properly, right? You don't have heat enough for yourself, so you have to take care. And if you come down with a bad cold, probably you won't be able to travel, right? Even when you have the flu, right? Last week I had a vaccine against the flu. Not the COVID-19 vaccine yet. I guess it will take some time until it's my time to take the vaccine, but the flu vaccine I took last week, and you have to take every year, right? So Susan came down with a bad cold, okay? So she wasn't feeling very well. Here we have the simple past of the verb come, which is came, came, and had to cancel her trip. So it means that she wasn't able to travel. She had to cancel her trip. The next example, I didn't do much this weekend. Okay, so I wasn't able to do many things this weekend. I didn't do much this weekend. It means that you stayed home for longer, or maybe you stayed in bed and you were just resting, sleeping. So if you do this during the weekend, it means that you didn't do much this weekend. Because here we have the reason why I wasn't able to do much that weekend. Because I came down with a cold. So I started feeling bad, right? My body felt weak and I had fever, so the doctor told me to stay home and rest, right? The next two examples, they aren't related with come down with, because you see, come down has one meaning, and when you have come down with using the preposition, it has another meaning. So now we will see some meanings related, some sentences relating to come down. This recipe comes down from my great-great-grandmother. Okay. The recipe coming down from your grandmother, it means that it passes through generations, right? It's a tradition. And your great-great-grandmother taught the recipe to his or her son, right? His son or her daughter. And the tradition went on until today. The family knows how to prepare this recipe because this recipe came down from the family, right? To come down, in this example, it means that it goes from generation to generation, okay? The next example, the weather balloon came down and hit a car. This expression, come down, means to fall, right? To came down, came in the direction of the ground. The weather balloon came down, it fell, right? Fall, fell. Fell is the simple past of the verb fall, right? The weather balloon fell and hit a car, okay? It had an impact against a car. Fortunately, no one was hurt. So no one was injured. No one was injured or hurt, okay? When I was preparing this lesson, I saw a scheme that I thought it was very interesting because the book I was searching for, this is from Medical News Today. I was looking up the difference between chickenpox and measles. When I was younger, I had chickenpox, okay? I came down with chickenpox. So I had fever, headache, tiredness or fatigue, right? These symptoms, they happen when you come down with a flu or when you come down with a bad cold, okay? But this one, it doesn't appear on when you're with the flu or with fever. You have, for example, chickenpox, red spots, they appear all over your body, right? On the chest, on the face, on the back, and they are very itchy. Itchy, right? You feel like itching all the time. And you have decreased appetite. And now we have the difference. Measles, I didn't have measles. Some people have measles after they grow up, but I have never had. The symptoms, fever, red, blotchy rash. First appears on the forehead. Wow, look at this. Right? Red inflamed eyes. You see? Runny nose. Runny nose happens when you have a bad cold or when you're with the flu. I'm allergic, for example, and I have a runny nose sometimes. And I start sneezing and I have a runny nose. I have to clean my nose and sometimes even to wash it. Hacking, cough, and sore throat, okay? Cough, hacking cough, and sore throat. And here we have another symptom, complex spots inside the mouth. So these symptoms, they aren't necessarily related to the lesson we are studying, but I wanted to show you because we have some symptoms here we may have from the flu or from a bad cold. To have a fever, it's very common to have a fever, to have a headache. From time to time, I have a headache, to feel tired or fatigued, and to have a runny nose, okay? So when you come down with a bad cold, or when you come down with the flu, you may have some of these symptoms, okay? All right, people, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Next lesson, we will study another word, another expression, another phrasal verb, or idiom, okay? Have a nice time. See you next time. See you next video.